Hey GearFacts friends, in my ongoing attempts to fully understand the Casio XW-PD1 and tap into its full potential, I'm going to show you how to update the firmware. I've just discovered that my firmware is out of date, and so this is my first attempt at doing this. Let's hope it works. First thing to do is press the function button, hold down the function button, go into number 16, which is our main sort of menu choices. You'll see that the lights illuminate here, and I've just realized that each one in sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this case, relates to a sub menu. In order to check our current version, we have to go to number 6, and you can see we're in the system menu there. Number 6, this one starts to flash. Pad number 16, this is always the enter button as evidenced by ENT right there. So press enter, and we're going to go into version here. Then we have to press number 1 and enter, and it should show us the version number there. We have to hold down enter. So I'm on version 1.03, so it looks like I've got the oldest version of the operating system. And here we are on Casio's website. Here we have firmware updater XW-PD1 updater 104 zip. So download that file. Okay, now that I've oriented my phone the right way so you can actually see what's written here. Unfortunately, you'll discover that the instructions written on the website are just as hard to understand as the XW-PD1 itself. But just quickly glancing over these instructions, it seems what we have to do, as we have to do with most machines like this, is put it in firmware update mode before we connect USB and begin the transfer of files. So hopefully you can see in this gloomy image here, I'll just move that out of the way, you've got tap tempo and pad set buttons there. We have to hold those down and turn it on at the same time. Let's see if I can do that. UPD, I'm guessing that stands for update. Now, even though it's not illuminated, what we have to do now is press our enter button, and SUR appears, which is it asking you, are you sure you want to do this? Go ahead and press pad 16 again, saying yes, we are sure, and CLR comes up because it's clearing the memory now. You'll see that the light is making progress around the system here. It should move in a moment. There we go. So the sequence light is working its way around, and as it's going through, slowly it's erasing memory, I guess, or in some way preparing the XW-PD1 to be reinstalled with new operating system files. So it's still in clearing mode, and wait should come up in just a moment for the final stages of clearing the memory. There it is. Or maybe that means it's waiting because the next instruction on the website says to connect USB, which is what I'll do now. Now we're on to step number 6, which is to uncompress the file that we downloaded earlier. And here it is. Let's enter this zip file, or zip folder. And it's just one file. So we'll extract that. Okay, so now that we've got this bin file, apparently what we have to do is pick that up and drop it into the XW-PD1 folder. In other words, take it out of the computer and copy it directly into the device. And now the computer is doing exactly that. You'll see the XW-PD1 glitch out for a moment and then go completely blank, which is a little bit disconcerting, but now I'm seeing the light again traveling around the circle. Hopefully it'll move in a moment. Yep. And that would indicate to me that it is installing files into the brain of the XW-PD1. And that's reflected by what's showing on this progress bar right here. 60 seconds remaining. And now we've got this row of lights on. What does that mean? Well, it seems that all the lights will go out and it'll reboot. If you see UPD, that means it hasn't worked and you've got to do it again. And in the time that it's taken me to read that, it has actually rebooted. So the system is completely reset and ready to use. So I can only assume that number 9 only happens if you get this little error message at the top here about the UPD. I'm not sure what that's short for, unprepared or something like that, or incomplete. And of course we can find out by what I said at the beginning of the video, which is to press function, go to settings at the top here. Now we've got our options. Number 5, was it? Yeah, number 5 I think. And then we press 1 just over here and press enter, and it'll show us, yep, we are in 104, which it seems is the latest version, or at least the version for this particular system update. Now, it's not really clearly explained what this update gives you. I'm going to do a bit more research. I see here on the Casio official forum that Sapper has noticed that there is a 1.04 firmware upgrade available, but he notes that Casio only states that it improves certain operation, which is very unclear. Has anyone installed this and noticed any improvements? That's a good question, Sapper. I'll try to get in touch and find out what benefits this gives. If it makes it more user-friendly, then I'm all for it. But for our further understanding of the XW-PD1, that's all I have to show you for today, guys. Thanks for watching Gear Facts. Here are some more links to some things that might interest you, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.